Welcome back to A Minute with Chelsea. I woke up, I took a shower, I put makeup on, I got ready for the day. I went from this to this. I look like a human again with strawberry earrings. Shelby came over because since we didn't get to go hiking 2 days ago, we decided to go have a hammock day. She brought me a breakfast burrito and then I had to clean up Mitten's vomit. And I was like, hey, film this. You know what? My cat throws up every day. Nothing's wrong with her. The vet checked her. She's just a puker. And I was like, no one ever sees the glamorous side of my life. Why don't you film me cleaning out the litter box and cleaning up cat throw up? I took my car to Kia to get an oil change, and while I was there, Shelby followed me so I wouldn't have to just sit there. And that was our plan, for her to take me and pick me up, and then we go hammock. And of course we can't hammock without getting coffee first. And then it took us about 10 minutes of being together before we absolutely became absolute idiots. Just screaming and yelling. I don't know, we can't hold it together ever. We went to Beaver Fork, which is a real place. Yes, Beaver Fork Lake. It's just in Conway, and Shelby got stuck in her hammock because for some reason, every single time we decide to go put a hammock up, the wind picks up and becomes like unbearable. But really, we're having a friendship hammock content filming day. And the wind came. Here's the wind. I'm in hell. I'm just screaming all day, like, get off me. God damn it, the whole time. I hate it. My idea was to film that trend where you run back and forth and say suspect blah blah blah, which we did film and it's already up if you haven't seen it. And Shelby's idea was to bring our watercolors and to paint each other in our hammocks, which we have never done. I'm not good at painting at all. So we decided, because we were colder than we expected to be because the wind was so strong, to go ahead and film the running, because at least then we would warm up. And then I was like, this trend sucks. I don't want to run in sandals on pine needles. And the lake is completely dried up behind us, so it just looks nasty. And I just want you to know the video I posted is the tame version, because we had so many things we could not include in that video that are just going to stay in my Google Photo Drive for the rest of my life. We have these cool watercolor pens where you fill up one of the pens with water and the rest are like the ink. And so you can kind of like draw paint. But God, the wind was unfucking bearable. I hate it so much. While we were painting, someone came to visit us. We don't know. I think his name was King, but I kept calling him Meatball because he looks like a meatball. Then Shelby was like, okay, throw me mine. I'll throw you yours. And I was like, okay, great. I hope I don't hit your coffee. And I immediately threw it directly into her coffee and knocked it over. And I was like, of course I did. I couldn't do that again if you paid me money. It's not a secret in our friend group that I cannot throw. And then Shelby was like, I'll throw this one. And she hit my hammock and it popped immediately out of my hammock. I used my camera to get it. I also grabbed that napkin with my camera and saved it. So we didn't litter. Here is Shelby's painting of me, and here is my painting of Shelby and Shelby. We'll zoom in a minute and show you close-ups. I don't know why I filmed this. I just kept kicking my feet around and being like, fuck this wind. And here's a nice slow motion of me pretending to throw up while I run. I just really thought you deserved to see that today because we filmed a second round of our video. Then it was time for me to go pick up my car at the dealership. Also, I already filmed the close-ups. They were already in the video, so rewind if you want to see them. If not, I guess I'll put them in another video if I left them out. I went home, I had some pasta, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I have a Pilates class to take tonight. Because it's the day before Halloween, so everybody has green lights in the studio, and Brittany dressed up as Joseph Pilates, so we decided to do a little photo shoot before class started, and they also had candy, and they had Gatorade, and little Monster Ghost cups of treats. And it was fun because we listened to like Monster Mash and all the little soundtracks of different Halloween movies, not the scary ones, but the fun ones. You know, silly songs like Spooky, Scary, Skeletons, stuff like that. I love a theme. You know the gays love a theme. I don't know if anybody else in that room was gay, but I am, and I love a theme. I'm actually queer. I don't know if we've ever discussed this before, but I am not a lesbian, and I'm also not straight. I do not really identify with the word pansexual. It sounds too scientific to me, very sterile. I've always just identified as queer. I think queer is a good word. It encompasses everything about me because I'm not just a person who likes everybody but cis dudes. But I'm a person who is very queer in general. And I feel like queerness is an all-encompassing word that I love it. It's a big umbrella term for everything I am. So that's me. I'm a big old queer. Sometimes I lovingly refer to myself as a gay-mo, but that's from the L Word, if you remember that scene, whenever Tina and Bet are trying to have a baby. Anyway, what the hell, how did we get here? I've gone off the rails. Also, a girl dressed up as a banana, and I was like, please do a split so I can make you a banana split on the internet. But this is the banana and Joey Pilates doing some teaser work, and then this is the split, and then Brittany was like, oh, let me take on the regular super famous picture of Joseph Pilates doing this, whatever it's called, side balance. I forget what this is called. It's a side plank, something like it, okay? If you look up Joseph Pilates, you'll see him doing that exact thing. I came home, I had a sandwich and some candy for Halloween, and I said goodnight to little Charlotte.